It is our privilege to welcome Mr. Pratik Agarwal, sir, a tech entrepreneur, AI strategist, and a pioneer driving innovation across industries. Sir, I would humbly request you to please come up on stage. I would also request I would also request Ravikant Bhaiya and Riya Agrawal Di to please accompany him.
Before we move ahead, let me ask you something. What if the skills we rely on today become outdated tomorrow? And what if the future of finance isn't just about numbers, but about intelligence too? Sounds exciting and maybe a little unsettling too, right? Good evening, everyone. I am Akriti.
And I am Abhishek. As we move into the final stretch of the speaker sessions at UJA 4.0, we turn our attention to something that is not just the future but is already shaping our present artificial intelligence. From decision making to risk analysis, from automation to innovation, AI is not just changing the game, it is rewriting the rules.
But the real question lies, are we really ready for it? Or more importantly, are we ready to use it to our advantage?
To help us answer that, we have with us someone who doesn't just speak about AI but actively builds with it.
And to truly appreciate his journey and achievements, I would now like to invite Riyadi to take us through his profile.
Good evening, everyone. There is a lot of noise around AI replacing jobs, but the real story is simpler. AI won't replace finance professionals. Professionals using AI will. Our guest today is the man teaching those professionals how to lead that change. Mr. Pratik Agarwal ji is a former Big Five consultant turned tech entrepreneur and AI strategist. As a driving force behind Time to Justice.ai, Bigo, and Srijan Valley School, he doesn't just theorize about innovation, he builds the ecosystem that sustains it. His specialty, moving past the AI hype to deliver measurable ROI. He is currently helping the next generation of finance leaders leverage generative AI for everything from workflow automation to complex risk analysis. At Urza 4.0, he joins us to cut through the noise and share his insights on the impact of AI on the future of finance and professional services. Please join me in welcoming the man who makes the complex simple, Mr. Pratik Agarwal ji.
Now, as a small token of our gratitude and respect, I would like to request Dikshita Di and Samriddhi Jaiswal to kindly come forward and felicitate Mr. Pratik with a memento and an autorio.
And now the moment we have all been waiting for. Sir, we are truly honored to have you here with us today. We request you to kindly address the audience on the impact of AI on the future of finance and professional services.
All right, guys. Thank you. It's been an honor and a pleasure. Thank you, Neeraj ji. Thank you, the entire GPNR family. It's very pleasant. It's a pleasant surprise. Actually, I thought I was going to be addressing CFOs, but I come and I see a lot of young minds, and I did not know the articles were called students. So interesting to see so many students here. आई वॉन्ट टू आस्क वन वेरी सिंपल क्वेश्चन. मैं एक छोटा सा क्वेश्चन पूछना चाहता हूँ कि आप लोगों में से कितने लोग AI यूज़ कर रहे हैं आज के दिन में? प्लीज़ रेज योर हैंड. ओके. कितने लोगों ने चैट GPT में अकाउंट नहीं क्रिएट किया है? रेज योर हैंड. विच इज़ ए क्लियर सिग्नल. नोबडी रेज द हैंड इन द सेकेंड क्वेश्चन. क्लियर सिग्नल है कि सब कोई AI किसी ना किसी फॉर्म में यूज़ कर रहे हैं. राइट. नाउ लेट मी टेल यू वन मोर. हिंदी का मेटाफोर मैं यूज़ करता हूँ हमेशा. वर्ल्ड वाइड वर्ल्ड वाइड $2.5 ट्रिलियन, अप्रॉक्सीमेटली 23.7 lakh crore Indian rupees is being spent in this year alone in artificial intelligence. आप लोग फाइनेंस एंड अकाउंट्स के लोग हैं. आई डोंट हैव टू टेल यू द मैथ्स. इंडिया का जो इकोनॉमी है उसका आधा वर्ल्ड में एआई में स्पेंड हो रहा है. देयर इज नो अदर इंडस्ट्री which can even match half of it, a single industry which matches half of it. So that means कि जब ये तरबूजा इतना बड़ा जब कट रहा है तो काफ़ी लोगों में बट भी रहा है, समझ रहे हैं. सो मैं ये बोलना चाहता हूँ आप लोगों को कि आप लोग यंग हैं और यंग होने का एक बहुत बड़ा एडवांटेज है. आप कोई भी नई चीज़ को बहुत जल्दी अडॉप्ट कर सकते हैं. So one of the things that I would like to address in today's discussion would be that as a young finance and accounts professional, how and where you can leverage AI, right? So I'm going to divide my talk into 3 sections. पहले section में I will show you some of the use cases of how companies and how CFOs and how chief accountants are using AI in mature companies. Okay, that will give you some direction कि आपकी इंडस्ट्री में AI किधर जा रहा है और किधर लेके जा रहा है. Second section, we are closely working with the JPNR management and हमने उनके लिए AI का पूरा एप्लीकेशन बनाया है. तो उसका थोड़ा सा मैं आपको डेमोन्स्ट्रेशन भी देना चाहूँगा कि जिससे आपको समझ में आएगा कि JPNR also how seriously they are considering AI. थर्ड, बिकॉज आप लोग बहुत स्टूडेंट्स हैं यहाँ पे, तो मैं आपको एक AI के टूल दिखा के जाऊँगा जो कि एज ए स्टूडेंट आई बिलीव इफ़ यू ऑलरेडी नो ग्रेट, इफ़ यू डू नॉट यू मस्ट नो हाउ टू यूज़ विच विल हेल्प यू टू प्रिपेयर फॉर योर एग्जामिनेशन, टू प्रिपेयर फॉर एनी सब्जेक्ट दैट यू हैव टू give the test for. So these are the 3 sections that I am going to divide my talk into. At any point of time, if you have any question, feel free to raise your hand. AI is new, people feel, but मैं 22 साल से data and AI में हूँ, 22 years. I used to feel young, now I feel old when I say that I've spent more than 2 decades only in doing one thing. So आप ये समझ सकते हैं कि पहले के जो 17-18 साल थे हमारे करियर के, उस टाइम वी यूज टू बी कॉल्ड टेकीज, नर्ड्स, और हमसे बात करने वाले लोग होते थे चीफ टेक्नोलॉजी ऑफिसर. और पिछले 3 साल से आई डोंट नो मैं कितने सारे चेयरमैन्स ऑफ द कंपनीज, बोर्ड्स, नॉन टेक्नोलॉजी लोगों से बात करता आ रहा हूँ. So there is a clear transformation that people and companies are considering AI not as a technology, but as an enabler to either achieve more revenue or reduce cost. These are the 2 things which matter in any company. AI in finance, there are a couple of statistics that I would like to leave you with. Bain & Capital, which is one of the largest consulting research firm, as well as McKinsey, तो उन्होंने research किया, and 60% of the CFOs in mid-size companies in India, this is not a global number, this is India number, 60% of the companies said AI is going to impact their team and their jobs and the way they do business. Most of the people said कि जो 20 घंटे का काम लगता था पहले करने को, with the help of the right AI tool, they are able to achieve in less than 2 hours. 73% of the finance leaders said that जो वो काम करते थे वो आज AI कर सकता है. तो ये 3 नंबर है. 3/4 of the leaders are saying that जो वो काम करते थे आज वो AI कर सकता है. तो उसका ना एक बड़ा क्वेश्चन मार्क भी है कि जो आप जब सपोज when you become a chartered accountant, full time chartered accountant, when you start working, especially people who are young, you will find lot of changes. अभी हमारे से पहले जो मिस्टर अग्रवाल मयूर जी ने बोला कि वो करिकुलम को चेंज कर रहे हैं ICAI का. वो चाहते हैं कि GPT is allowed during the exams. That is a big transformation. मतलब जब ऐसा होगा तो आपके जो काम करने का जो तरीका है वो भी चेंज हो जाएगा. So you have to be on top of it. 2-3 चीज़ों के बारे में बताना चाहता हूँ कि जस्ट 4 साल पहले की बात, कि 4 साल पहले हम क्या चीज़ें करते थे, कैसे करते थे फाइनेंस एंड अकाउंट्स, और आज के दिन में हम कैसे कर रहे हैं. मैनुअल MIS बनता था जो 3 days पर साइकिल लग जाता था, एक्सेल बेस्ड रिकन्सिलिएशन होते थे, मंथ एंड क्लोजिंग को 10 से 15 दिन लगते थे, बहुत प्रेशर होता था लास्ट 1 वीक 10 डेज। फ्रॉड डिटेक्शन रिएक्टिव होता था, जब फ्रॉड हो जाता था तब पता चलता था। सिनेरियो प्लानिंग, फाइनेंशियल सिनेरियो प्लानिंग गट फीलिंग और एक्सपीरियंस के थ्रू होती थी। और जो फाइनेंस का रोल था, अकाउंट्स का रोल था, आधे से ज़्यादा लोग टीम में जो अकाउंट्स और फाइनेंस में काम करते थे वो डेटा एंट्री का काम करते थे। ये 3 साल 4 साल पहले की बात है। अब क्या हो रहा है, MISs आर बीइंग जनरेटेड ऑटोमेटिकली। और ये मैं ये नहीं कह रहा हूँ कि ये होगा, ये ऑलरेडी हो रहा है। हम भी काम कर रहे हैं कई कंपनी के साथ, हम भी उनको करवा के देते हैं। एंड ऑटो जनरेटेड MIS विथ AI कमेंट्री। AI कमेंट्री का मतलब है एनालिसिस भी। GST एंड लेजर रिकन्सिलिएशन ऑटोमेटिकली फ्रॉम द GST पोर्टल्स। अगर किसी कंपनी के 1000 वेंडर हैं, 100 कस्टमर हैं, उनका रिकन्सिलिएशन करना है, वो एक मैनुअल एफर्ट हुआ करता था। अब ये पूरा पाइपलाइन इंटीग्रेटेड हो गया, ऑटोमेट हो गया है, साथ में AI के थ्रू सारा चेकिंग हो रहा है। मंथ एंड्स हैव रिड्यूस टू 2 days 3 days। मंथ एंड के जो टास्क होते हैं वो 2 से 3 दिन में हो रहे हैं, और वो भी आई एम श्योर फर्दर रिड्यूस हो जाएगा। फ्रॉड डिटेक्शन इज ऑन रियल टाइम बेसिस। आप मैं दिखाऊंगा भी कि हमारे जो हम JPNR के साथ बना रहे हैं उसमें कैसे हम फ्रॉड डिटेक्शन रियल टाइम कर रहे हैं। कैश फ्लो प्रिडिक्टिव बन गया है। फाइनेंस टीम एंड फाइनेंस एंड अकाउंट्स टीम इज नो लॉन्गर कंसिडर्ड टू बी अ डेटा एंट्री टीम, बट दे आर कंसिडर्ड टू बी a strategic advisory team. This is a common question that I keep hearing whenever I go to any company, that please become a advisory company. Suggest how we can make more money, how we can save more money instead of just doing statutory compliance and data entry job. I think that is where the chartered accountants of the future will spend most of the time, in advising and not just doing statutory compliance and data entry work. I think that is a big shift. स्पेसिफिकली जो 5 एरिया है AI जहाँ पे बहुत इम्पैक्ट कर रहा है, ये सबके लिए ज़रूरी है समझना, आई थिंक, क्योंकि आप लोग के कोर जॉब को इम्पैक्ट कर रहा है। सबसे पहला है अकाउंट्स पेएबल एंड अकाउंट्स रिकन्सिलिएशन ऑटोमेशन। ये पूरा का पूरा प्रोसेस AI बहुत ब्यूटीफुली कर रहा है, कंप्लीट। एंड ऐसा नहीं है कि मतलब मैं कई सारे वर्कशॉप्स भी करता हूँ, उसमें तो मैं 5 मिनट में दिखाता हूँ हाउ वी कैन डू अकाउंट्स AP एंड AR रिकन्सिलिएशन। दूसरा है MIS एंड बोर्ड रिपोर्टिंग। जितने भी MISs बनते हैं कंपनी के, वेदर इट इज रिलेटेड टू कॉस्ट और वेदर इट इज रिलेटेड टू रेवेन्यू, ऑल ऑफ देम आर बीइंग मेड बाय बाय AI। ऑटो जनरेटेड, वेरिएंस एनालिसिस, साथ में कमेंट्री, ओके, साथ में स्ट्रेटेजिक इंसाइट्स। GST and tax reconciliation, whether it is to reconcile with GSTR data, TDS tracking, audit trail generation, all of that is happening with AI. And again मैं वापस से याद दिलाना चाहता हूँ कि मैं ये नहीं कह रहा कि होगा, कि होने वाला है, मैं ये कह रहा हूँ ये हो रहा है। आप इतने बड़े फर्म पे काम करते हैं, 150 लोग 200 जन आपके यहाँ काम कर रहे हैं, तो आपको ना 2 क्वेश्चन यहाँ पे सोचने की बात है कि are you going to be on top of it, leverage AI to serve even more number of customers, or are you going to try and convince your companies, your clients, that manual is better? You will not be able to convince the other way. So आपके पास एक ही choice रह जाता है, which is to adopt AI to become faster than your competitors and add more value to your customers. फ्रॉड डिटेक्शन, एनामली डिटेक्शन, इसका मैं डेमो भी दूंगा। फाइनेंशियल प्लानिंग एंड एनालिसिस, FP&A एनालिसिस, कंप्लीट FP&A एनालिसिस। हमारा एक क्लाइंट है हनीवेल, ग्लोबल फॉर्च्यून 50 कंपनी है, उनके पास 450 FP&A वाले एनालिस्ट बैठते थे। इस साल उन्होंने रिड्यूस करके उसको 250 कर दिया इंडिया में। काम उनका 15% का ग्रोथ दिखाया है फ्रॉम लास्ट ईयर। So how did they manage to do it? They managed to do it by using a lot of AI tools, by adopting AI tools. Whether you like it or not like it, somebody who knows AI is coming to take your job, right? So I always say one small thing, that AI won't replace CFOs, but the CFOs and the account professionals and the finance professionals who are using AI will replace the people who do not. So that is a very important message that you have to keep in mind, that if you do not adopt AI, somebody else in your own profession will adopt it, will become significantly faster and more accurate at a significantly lesser effort. मैं जब आर्टिकल्स को देखता हूँ, अकाउंटेंट्स को देखता हूँ, तो मुझे ये समझता नहीं कि रात को 11-12 बजे तक क्यों काम करते हैं. सुबह 9 बजे से लेकर रात को 11 बजे ह्यूमनली काम नहीं करना चाहिए. Human beings are not made to do so much work. Let AI agents do that work for you. Yeah. So that's one message that I wanted to give, one section. The second section, I want to demonstrate one of the platforms that we are building with JPNR for their clients, where we are using a lot of AI. So नीरज जी सर, आप लोगों के परमिशन के थ्रू मैं दिखाना चाहता हूँ वो प्लेटफॉर्म. Multiple features, all led by AI. दो तरह की चीज़ें हैं यहाँ पे, लीगल एडवाइजरी एंड लीगल एडवाइजरी. डोंट गो बाय द कलर कॉम्बिनेशन, थोड़ा सा हमारे पास उतना टाइम नहीं था. बट लीगल एडवाइजरी एंड कंप्लायंस एंड रिस्क मैनेजमेंट है ना. सो मैं दिखाना चाहता हूँ विदाउट गोइंग टू द टेक्निकल डिटेल्स where the world is going to or towards and how it is happening. So it can draft and reply on any legal notices, on any statutory compliance documents. You can do case law research and so on and so forth. But the more wow feature that we are able to build in this platform is about background check, about background check of an individual, of a company, of an unregistered company as well, of an unregistered firm, proprietary firm as well. Case tracker, any counterparty that you work with, whether it is a new vendor, new customer, new employee that you're bringing into the company, you want to ensure that that person is legitimate, there are no legal cases, there are no fraud cases, right? So it has a complete integration, direct integration with all Indian judicial systems, where it pulls up information on an individual, on a firm, with just the name and the address. That's it. अगर कोई कंपनी के पास 400 केसेस चल रहे हैं, 500 केसेस लीगल केसेस चल रहे हैं, फ्रॉड केसेस चल रहे हैं, और उनको ट्रैक करना है ऑटोमेटिक विथ द फ्रेश अपडेट्स ऑन व्हाट्स हैपनिंग इन डिफरेंट कोर्ट हियरिंग्स, सो उसके लिए हमने केस ट्रैकिंग का फीचर इसमें डाला है. सो मैं 2-3 क्विक फीचर्स दिखाऊंगा, उतना टाइम नहीं है कि सारे फीचर्स दिखा पाऊँ. सो सबसे पहले एक छोटा सा फीचर है जिसको कहते हैं हम बैकग्राउंड चेक. विद दिस बैकग्राउंड चेक you just have to provide the first name, the last name, the mobile number. Sorry, I forgot the mobile number. And it generates the entire profile in less than 30 seconds of an individual, and similarly of a firm which is a private limited firm, unregistered proprietorship firm, all of it. It fetches photographs also at times. But if you see here, I had just given the first name and the last name and the mobile number, and it was able to pull the age, the date of birth, the address, the credit score, the court cases, and if I generate the full report, it tells us how much is the income, what is the liability of that person, what kind of liability that person has, where all that person has lived, worked, what all telephone numbers that person has had, what all email IDs he actively uses, what are the ID cards. And when you click on it, it will pull up the court cases. When you click on this button, it will pull up the entire credit profile of that person. Then it shows you all the liabilities and the income that that person has. Within 30 seconds, the economic value of a feature like this is what? That, it can tell you whether the employee that you're onboarding, whether an individual that you're going to be working with, whether vendor that you're going to work with, is that person legitimate or not? So this is at the individual level. Then, if you have that second, if you have a company's GST, a firm, a proprietorship firm as well, doesn't matter whether that firm is registered, unregistered, limited, not limited, it pulls up the entire data of that company or of that proprietorship. It tells you the turnover, it tells you the owners, the promoters, and also it tells you whether there are any legal cases on either the promoter or the legal firm, or the firm. It generates a personal background report of the promoters as well. It tells you how compliant they are with GST, what amount of GST they are paying, how much of delay it is there. So as a, suppose you're bringing a new vendor, right? आपको ये मालूम चल जाएगा कि वो vendor actually पे कर रहा है, आपको इनपुट जीएसटी मिलेगी टाइम से, नहीं मिलेगी. अगर आप कोई कस्टमर ला रहे हो, आप उसको क्रेडिट दे रहे हो, तो क्या वो कस्टमर क्रेडिट वर्दी है क्या? अगर वो जीएसटी भी पे नहीं करता, उसका टर्नओवर क्या है अगर वो नहीं मालूम, so then, and it is integrated with AI, so it gives you the auditor's note, it gives you all the history about the GST, about the revenue, and about the legal compliance and credit worthiness of any counterparty. So this is a great feature used by, can be used by many scenarios. And the last feature that I would want to quickly talk about is, let's say if a company has any number of cases going, legal cases going, and they want to track actively what is happening with those legal cases. So they can add their legal cases once, and after adding once, the system automatically pulls up the history, the orders, the parties, the counterparties, the case sections which are applied, and help you build the entire set of replies and documents which are related to the cases. So as a lawyer, as a statutory compliance officer, your job becomes much, much easier. And it is one time and automatically sends you any alert if the next hearing is coming. So these are some of the things that your own firm is investing their time and effort, right? So think about where the industry is going. This is just the beginning. So before I show you the last bit, any questions, anybody? Any questions? Yes, go ahead. Sorry, AI generated? Yes. You wanted to know the source of the data?
Yeah. And
So you want us to tell you the secret that we work with, is it?
yes,
No,
because
okay.
we all have been told that we should always cross-check the AI data which has been generated.
Good.
So do we need to invest more than 30 seconds, which you have just showed?
Yeah. So let me tell you, okay, this particular platform we have connected to 200 plus government authorized sources, government sources. We had to get authorized, and then, so the data that we are pulling is from government sources, whether it is income tax data, whether it is tax compliance data, whether it is legal cases data which comes from e-courts, whether it is credit report data which comes from their credit reports. So the data, when we are pulling, then there is no AI, it is automation. But when we summarize the data to suggest the counterparties to make decision, for example, if there is a firm, let's say you work with a firm which manufactures FMCG product. Now they make thousands of distributors and tens of thousands of retailers. And the manufacturer company always gives credit to their distributors, to their retailers. On what basis should they decide whether this retailer should be given 2 lakh rupees credit, 5 lakh rupee credit? So on the basis of their credit reports, they can decide whether this person is even legitimate, this person is financially viable to be given any kind of credit or what amount of credit. So the data that is coming, AI doesn't play any role in it. But the summarization and the recommendation that goes with the data, once the data is pulled up, that's when we apply AI. you are right. If you completely rely on AI, it may hallucinate, especially if you do not know how to use AI tools effectively. Okay, but so that's where the use case comes into the picture, that we have taken a conscious call to not play with the data. We pull the data from sources, then we apply AI on top of it. Yes.
Yeah, I have a couple of questions.
Chi, please.
One, you started off the talk with the fact that how many of you have a Chat GPT account?
Yes, sir.
Now, we have a saying in our regular Hindi background, Marwadi background, Neem Hakim Khatre Jan. Now, the
Neem?
Hakim Khatre Jan.
अच्छा.
मतलब हकीम है नहीं, डॉक्टर है नहीं, व्हाट्सएप स्कूल से पढ़ लिए, दवाई दे रहे हैं.
अच्छा. ठीक है.
Up now, the issue is that most of us over here are not tech savvy. The question which haunts my mind is the moment when we tell them to adapt AI, uploading clients' basic working data to arrive at some report, to perhaps write a letter, would that tantamount to some place breach of data confidentiality, because that data would go and stored somewhere? And pulling that at any point in time, once it's on the server, there's a trail left. To what extent firms like us are likely to get exposed where the data is used in a scattered manner over AI and no one has a control over it?
Okay.
That is one question.
Sir, what's your name?
I'm Jayesh Gupta.
Okay, Jayesh, sir. Sorry. आपका नाम मैंने ब्रोचर में देखा है सर, तो आई नो सर. आप सॉरी. हाँ, प्लीज. फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन.
That is one question. If you can answer that.
अच्छा, ठीक है. पहला मैं बहुत वैलिड क्वेश्चन है सर जयेश. बट सर मैं इस क्वेश्चन को इस तरह से आंसर करना चाहता हूँ कि दो चीज़ें सर. एक, लोग एंड फर्म्स, एंड इट्स नॉट बिकॉज अवेयरनेस अभी तक हुआ नहीं है, लोगों को लगता है कि अगर हम AI में कुछ डेटा अपलोड कर रहे हैं, सो इट इज़ गेटिंग सेव्ड समवेयर एंड वी डू नॉट हैव एनी कंट्रोल ओवर इट. लेकिन अगर आप बैकग्राउंड उसका समझेंगे काम करने का, आपको ये समझ में आएगा कि जो डेटा आप अपलोड कर रहे हैं उसको वो स्टोर नहीं करना चाहता. उसको स्टोर इसलिए नहीं करना चाहता कि जो लोगों को क्या लगता है कि मैंने डेटा डाला और वो ट्रेन हो गया. बट इट डजंट वर्क लाइक दैट. GPT models are pre-trained models. Just to demonstrate a very, very simple thing, and this is something that is the next thing I wanted to show you. Suppose if you ask ChatGPT, what is your knowledge cutoff? People don't know. It will tell you, my knowledge cutoff is August 2025. Which basically means it is pre-trained to up to certain point. अगर आप जो डेटा डाल रहे हैं उसको वो यूज करके ट्रेन नहीं हो रहा है. दैट्स फर्स्ट. सेकेंडली सर, आपका तीन पार्ट है उस क्वेश्चन में, मैं उसके बारे में बात करूंगा. लोगों को ये नहीं मालूम आज के दिन में कि हाउ यू कैन प्रोटेक्ट योर सेल्फ फ्रॉम लेट्स से डाइवल्जिंग योर डेटा टू दीज प्लेटफॉर्म्स. सब चैट जीपीटी यूज करते हैं, बट किसी ने उनको ये नहीं बताया दैट यू कैन कंट्रोल योर डेटा विथ वेरी सिंपल क्लिक. When you go to settings, and everybody that is using ChatGPT, I would say, or Claude, or Gemini, or any of these AI chatbots, when you go to settings, there is something called as data controls or privacy. There is something called as improve the model for everybody. Just switch it off. Then any prompts also that you give, any responses that it generates for you, legally it cannot utilize your data to train the next version of the model. That's the second part of the question. The next part is, सर एक और छोटा सा क्वेश्चन मैं पूछना चाहता हूँ. आप लोग गूगल ड्राइव यूज़ करते हैं या माइक्रोसॉफ्ट वन ड्राइव यूज़ करते हैं ना. यू आर ट्रस्टिंग दीज कंपनीज विथ योर डेटा एनीवे, विथ लीगैलिटीज दैट मेरा डेटा मेरा है, मेरा डेटा माइक्रोसॉफ्ट का नहीं है या मेरा डेटा गूगल का है. यू आर सेविंग ऑल द क्लाइंट डॉक्यूमेंट्स somewhere on Google Drive or OneDrive. जब आप वो कर रहे हैं, so you are already trusting, I'm not saying risking, you're already trusting a third party. Why? Because there is a legal system around it. If Microsoft and Google start to divulge the documents stored on their cloud drives, then their trust nobody will trust them. There are governments, sovereign governments who trust them. There are larger than life companies who trust them. You're also trusting them anyways. My strong suggestion to all the firms always remain that you are trusting technology not from today. You're trusting these companies not from just today. You've been trusting them for decades. If you know how to control your data, they're very safe to use. Do you understand?
That is
Now,
exactly what my point was.
सेकेंड सर आपने एक और क्वेश्चन पूछा कि जो आपने कहावत बोली मैं
वो इसी के लिए, because we are using it without knowing the
without
fact that there are possibilities of restricting.
एब्सोल्युटली सेकेंड ये जो बात है ना कहावत वाली कि हमें नॉलेज की कमी है या क्या है, मैं कहना चाहता हूँ कि जस्ट लाइक व्हेन कंप्यूटर्स केम, we adopted it, we trained ourselves, we trained our employee. You have to invest into their training, upskill them. If you do not, some other firm will upskill the young guys and they will make them 10x of what they are currently. So as leaders of the firms as large as this, it is your responsibility that you incentivize them to either get trained by themselves on artificial intelligence or you invest into their training. If you don't do it, there are firms. Our schedules are so busy for the last couple of years, we have no time to breathe. चारों तरफ इन्वेस्टमेंट हो रहा है एआई में बिकॉज पीपल आर गेटिंग रियल वैल्यू. अगर कोई ये बोलता है ये हाइप है, तो मैं बोलूँगा कि अगर वो हाइप होता तो लोग 23 लाख करोड़ रुपए एक साल में नहीं स्पेंड करते. सो देर इज ए रियल वैल्यू हियर. सो इन्वेस्ट. सर आपका सेकेंड क्वेश्चन भी था सर.
Okay, the second question was that the data which you showed,
हाँ जी,
also asked by Shivani, that individuals' data.
हाँ जी सर.
So maybe I'm reverse engineering that and thinking, what could be the possibility to restrict my personal data getting floated this way? Point one. Point two, how legit it is to the extent of pulling this data and preparing a report to the extent that this data is not locally available or permittedly available. Like for example, if you have a look at the MCA website, we pay a fee to pull out some amount of data which is legitly available. So now over there was one particular info that how much loan that individual has taken. So how legit is that other than for financial institutions to use that data?
Good point, sir. Good question. First, not anybody and everybody can pull it. That's one. Second, there is a accountability and responsibility. Every time we pull, we have to report who pulled it ultimately back to the government. It is a system that we have created that from our system. For example, Pratik Agarwal pulled it, right? So this information has already gone to the government's specific servers that this individual pulled it for this purpose. Okay. Third, with any technology, you got to control it. These are powerful technologies. I mean, we are not showing you what all we get. We also get frightened. So you have to have the right governance around it. If you give this portal access to every person here without defining what and why and accountability, then it is a problem. But if you define the controls, because liability remains with the end user.
Okay.
That is where the liability remains. We do not store it. It comes and it goes.
Okay.
It doesn't get stored anywhere in our servers.
प्रतीक भैया जैसे अभी मैं अपना बता दूं कि आई एम 41.
हाँ जी सर.
और
मैं आपसे थोड़ा बड़ा ही हूँ फिर.
तो जो दिमाग में एक फाउंडेशन है वो यही है कि हम लोग कॉमर्स के बैकग्राउंड के हैं, हम लोग सीए हैं और एआई प्राइमरली पाइथन का जब डिस्कशन आता है या और भी लैंग्वेजेस के बात आते हैं.
बात करता है आपसे क्यों? कोई बात नहीं. आपसे पाइथन क्यों बात करेगा कोई? इट्स लाइक सेइंग कि मैं कंप्यूटर इंजीनियर हूँ और मेरे को आगे कोई मतलब चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंसी, मतलब क्यों बात करना पाइथन का? डजंट मैटर.
करेक्ट.
ये वाला बात को ऐसे पुट अप करिए, as an engineer, why should he go and learn Income Tax Act? That is not his requirement. Rather, he will use the AI for pulling some data for his need. तो अभी अपन Python बात करना मतलब वो Income Tax Act बात करना.
तो माय क्वेश्चन इज कि ये जो पूरा समुद्री, मैं मानता हूँ कि अब आप बोल रहे 23 लाख करोड़ का अगर इन्वेस्टमेंट हो गया है,
हो रहा है इस साल में.
इस साल में
लास्ट ईयर हुआ 15 लाख करोड़.
तो अब द प्रॉब्लम व्हाट वी आर फेसिंग एट दिस पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम इज कहाँ से शुरू करें. तो अब चैट जीपीटी भी है. तो अब आज जब चैट जीपीटी में थोड़ा बहुत हम लोग यूज लेने लग गए तो भाई साहब क्लॉड का बात कर रहे हैं. जब तक हम क्लॉड पहुंचेंगे तो फिर वो एक नया बात करेंगे. तो पॉइंट यही है कि हाउ आई शुड जज माई सेल्फ कि हाँ मेरे लिए आज ये 10, 15, 20 ऐप है, इसके ऊपर, इस एआई के ऊपर हम काम करेंगे, अगले साल 1.5 साल तक चलेगा, फिर हमको अपग्रेड कर. ये जो पूरी जर्नी है ये कैसे रहने वाली है?
वेरी गुड.
क्योंकि आज कार भी हम अपग्रेड करते हैं तो 5 साल में आराम से अपग्रेड करते हैं, घर अपग्रेड करते हैं तो 15 साल में आराम से अपग्रेड करते हैं. तो ये एक बहुत बड़ा डिलेमा है जिसके कारण हम लोग कहीं से भी शुरू नहीं कर पाते हैं.
नहीं, वेरी गुड नीरज जी. बट मैं एक चीज़ बोलूँगा, एक तो स्टार्ट तो करना ज़रूरी है, क्योंकि अगर स्टार्ट नहीं करोगे तो पीछे रह जाओगे. मतलब ठीक है, लोग मर्सिडीज खरीद रहे हैं, लोग प्लेन खरीद रहे हैं, पहले आप मतलब कार छोटा एक मारुति तो खरीदें. सो पॉइंट इज स्टार्ट तो करना जरूरी है. दैट इज द फर्स्ट पॉइंट. इफ यू डू नॉट स्टार्ट, यू आर नॉट इवन इन द रेस. स्लो छोड़ दीजिए, फास्ट छोड़ दीजिए, यू आर नॉट इन द रेस. सो दैट्स वन. सेकेंडली, आपने 10-12 ऐप का बात किया. मैं कभी भी कोई भी कंपनी में जाता हूँ, मैं 10-12 ऐप का बात ही नहीं करता. मैं बोलता हूँ कि बी चूजी, सेलेक्ट 2-3 platforms, not even apps, 2-3 platforms. These platforms are backed by, for example, आपने ChatGPT बोला, it is backed by OpenAI. OpenAI's valuation is $852 billion as of 2 days ago. They raised $120 billion in one last round last week at $852 billion. They are not going to go anywhere. थोड़ा सा कम हो जाएगा, but they are not going to go. So ChatGPT OpenAI platform is a good platform to invest. Claude's valuation is around $380 billion as of last week. That is also not going to go anywhere very soon. Microsoft's Copilot, if you have a Microsoft email ID, then you stick to Microsoft environment. Microsoft is not going anywhere. If you have Google Workspace, then stick to Google AI products. So my recommendation remains is, do not worry too much about how many new apps are coming. Worry about what is the process that are repeated, that take a lot of time or human effort. Then reverse engineer and stick to the same platform. If you are with Google ecosystem, Cloud ecosystem, all of them are investing huge amount of money to remain competitive. So ऐसा कोई platform नहीं रहता जो कि 1 week, 2 week से ज़्यादा पीछे हो एक दूसरे से. It's a race currently and they're also racing. आप एक को अडॉप्ट कीजिए, 2 को अडॉप्ट कीजिए maximum and stick to it and you will be okay. You will be behind by 1 or 2 weeks, that's it. Yes, sir.
So I too have a question. Sure, it is basically what Jay sir asked somewhere. It is linked to that as well. And apart from that, उसमें मेरा कुछ और भी एक ऐड करता हूँ. तो क्वेश्चन में भी 3-4 लाइन का होगा. तो you have to bear with me. जैसे आपने बताया कि वो AI में आपने चैट जीपीटी का दिखाया कि अगस्त 2025 तक चैट जीपीटी ट्रेंड है.
हाँ जी.
जो आपने वो कट ऑफ का दिखाया, राइट?
हाँ जी, हाँ जी.
सो अब हम लोग when we reach April 2027, then definitely we'll say that it is trained till August 2026. And now we are putting in some data in April 26 here. So definitely that data will come under the pre-trained version, right?
Not necessary if you have switched off the data control.
So yes, I got it. But again, the question is, may I ask you who is the owner of AI?
Nobody.
No one, right? So basically here we are dealing with anonymous.
No, it's not like that.
So
when you say who's the owner of AI, nobody. But who's the owner of, let's say you're using Claude, then MLO, and there is an Anthropic company which is an authorized company, legal entity, large entity. They have legal entity here in India as well. They have a legal entity in the US. They have a legal entity in Europe. They are part of a very large legal system.
But problem is that is again a vicious circle because they are also pulling in data from different sources. So they can again definitely say that ये data open portal में कहीं था वहाँ से हमने pull किया. It is not your data which we have used. So it is very difficult to basically pinpoint कि whether my data has been used or not. And here I'll just link one other question here. So collectively if you could respond. My question is of late I have started using AI for the past few months. Claude and all मैं use कर रहा हूँ and I am finding that it is highly convenient. It is saving a lot of time for me. The problem is now I am basically using Claude for convenience, irrespective of without thinking about the confidentiality.
Okay.
Problem is I am uploading client agreements onto Claude. And I'm generating whatever I want to from that, any synopsis or anything. So I'm very frequently uploading the data onto it,
okay,
which may be confidential, but still I'm uploading it. So just from your perspective, I want to understand how should I safeguard myself? Definitely I have switched off whatever you said, that I have already done.
That's it.
So
Don't
that
worry.
is sufficient?
That is sufficient.
Okay.
Legally, अगर आपको मिल जाए आपका डेटा अपलोड किया हुआ उनके कोई रिस्पॉन्स में, यू फाइल ए केस. जितना I mean, जितना आप पैसा वसूल सकते हो उससे ज़्यादा वसूल लेंगे. छोटा सा एग्जांपल देना चाहता हूँ.
Sir, forget data. Forget data. Once you switched off the controls, prepare a letter, let it prepare, leave it for 5 minutes, you will not get that back.
Not necessarily, sir. आपको जब आप डेटा कंट्रोल को ऑफ करते हैं, it does not switch off your chat history. There are two different things.
You can switch off the chat history
No,
also,
that's
not save it.
So again, मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ ना सर, जब हम लोगों को एडवाइस करते हैं, we say chat history and memory is used to give you relevant answers, but data control, the one that we switched off, is used to train that future model. So keep your chat history and memory enabled. देखिए आपका एक और तरीका, एक और रीजन बताता हूँ इसका. चैट हिस्ट्री का क्या मतलब है कि वो ये देखना चाहता है कि आप किस तरह के पर्सन हो. मेमोरी का क्या मतलब, आप कौन हो, JPNR में काम करते हो, XYZ. उस डेटा को यूज करके वो ट्रेन नहीं करना चाहता, क्योंकि अगर उसको यूज करेगा तो उसका जो जनरल नॉलेज है दैट बिकम्स वेरी स्पेसिफिक. सो दे डोंट वांट टू ट्रेन देयर डेटा विथ वेरी स्पेसिफिक नॉलेजेस. दे वांट टू ट्रेन देयर डेटा विथ जेनरिक नॉलेज. Hence, we always advise keep the chat history on, memory on, but keep the data control off. So that's what I recommend. Looking at the time, I will take 5 minutes to demonstrate one tool for the learners here. Let me ask, maybe many of you already use it. Do you guys use Notebook LM? Anybody raise your hand? Notebook LM? अच्छा, very few. सही में इतना ही कि उससे ज़्यादा लोग हैं. आप स्टूडेंट हो के नोटबुक LM यूज़ कर रहे हैं, मतलब कि गूगल का ऐड अच्छा सा काम नहीं कर रहा. कम से कम 4-5 बिलियन डॉलर उन्होंने लास्ट ईयर स्पेंड किया इंडिया में नोटबुक LM को फेमस करने के लिए. तो लेट मी डेमोन्स्ट्रेट दिस टू यू बिकॉज लॉट ऑफ यू गाइज आर स्टूडेंट्स एंड इट कैन बी अ ग्रेट टेस्ट प्रेप टूल फॉर यू. एंड नोटबुक LM comes for free with a very high limit with your normal Gmail account. So Notebook LM, when you search, it has an app also. The main beauty of Notebook LM is you upload, when you create a notebook, you upload your all research work or your courseware. Suppose आपके पास PDF है, suppose सबको आप लोग क्वेश्चन लेते हैं, तो आपके जो भी ट्यूशन वाले रहते हैं वो आपको PDF डॉक्यूमेंट्स देते हैं या स्कैन डॉक्यूमेंट्स देते हैं. खाली PDF में डॉक्यूमेंट्स होना चाहिए, जितना भी वॉल्यूम का हो, डज नॉट मैटर. 5000 पेज का हो, 500 पेज का हो, 100 पेज का हो, मल्टीपल हो, कोई इमेजेस हो, कोई PDFs हो, कोई वीडियोस हैं, कोई YouTube में किसी का वीडियोस है, क्योंकि ये गूगल का प्रोडक्ट है. YouTube के वीडियोस का लिंक्स दे दो आप. तो वो क्या करता है, जब आप ऐड करते हो यहाँ पे फाइल्स, सपोज मैं कुछ फाइल्स अपलोड करता हूँ यहाँ पे PDF के, मैंने तो एक ही फाइल अपलोड किया, बट आप इसके हिसाब से मल्टीपल फाइल्स अपलोड कर सकते हैं. आप YouTube के लिंक्स दे सकते हो, वेबसाइट दे सकते हो, मल्टीपल. सपोज आपके YouTube के ट्यूटोरियल आपको कोई अच्छा लगे, आपके प्रोफेसर के ट्यूटोरियल्स का प्लेलिस्ट बनाया हुआ है, आप उसका पूरा का पूरा यहाँ पे डाल सकते हो, स्पेशली यूट्यूब, बिकॉज गूगल का प्रोडक्ट है. कोई वेबसाइट है, किसी प्रोफेसर ने वेबसाइट दिया है, कोई ICAI का कोई रेगुलेशन है, कोई रेगुलेशन का वेबसाइट्स है, उसको आपने डाल दिया. ये करता क्या है, उन सब रिसर्च जो आपका जो सोर्सेज है उसको लेके पूरा का पूरा समराइज करके आपको एक चैट विंडो दे सकता है, जो कि आप उससे कुछ भी क्वेश्चन पूछ सकते हैं कोई भी सोर्सेज से. फॉर एग्जाम्पल मैं दूसरा नोटबुक लेता हूँ जिसमें हमारे पास मल्टीपल चीज़ें हैं. सपोज इस नोटबुक में मल्टीपल डॉक्यूमेंट्स हैं. So I can ask any question from any of these documents and it will give you very, very strong summary as well as answers. But the real power here lies into the right side where it says studio. If you look at this part here, it allows you to create a podcast. A lot of people listen to podcast. It creates podcast in Bengali, Hindi, Gujarati, English. वेरी नाइस नेचुरल पॉडकास्ट. सो अगर आपको कोई सब्जेक्ट बोरिंग लगता है तो उसका आप पॉडकास्ट बना लें एंड यू लिसन टू दैट पॉडकास्ट व्हेन यू आर ट्रैवलिंग एंड इट गिव्स इंटरेस्टिंग पॉडकास्ट, नॉट बोरिंग ऐसा बोरिंग वाला नहीं. इट गिव्स यू माइंड मैप. माइंड मैप इज इंटरेस्टिंग. माइंड मैप बेसिकली शोज यू. अच्छा इसमें माइंड मैप नहीं, हाँ ये रहा. माइंड मैप इज ए ग्रेट रिविजन टूल बिकॉज इट शोज यू. It helps you to revise. Okay, this was infographic. I'm sorry. Mind map शायद यहाँ पे नहीं create किया हुआ है. So mind map is great because it gives you interactive topic-wise maps. So it can help. It be very, very great tool to revise. Video overview. If you want to learn from video, it'll create video from the sources. With the audio in Hindi, in Bengali, English, whichever one you want. It creates flashcards. Now, what are flashcards? Flashcards are essentially, suppose कोई टॉपिक है, उस टॉपिक को पहले आपसे क्वेश्चन पूछेगा, फिर आप बोलोगे कि सही है नहीं सही है, तो उसका फिर आंसर दिखाएगा. So this is a very good way when we used to prepare for my GRE exam when I was going to the US. So हम flashcard personally बनाते थे to revise. So आजकल ये flashcard आपके सारे डॉक्यूमेंट से बना के देता है. आपको क्विज कर सकता है, आपको इन्फोग्राफिक्स बना के दे सकता है, आपका कोई डेटा टेबल है जिसको यूज करना है तो आपको बनाना है. दिस इज अ phenomenal research and study platform that Google has launched for learners. And the best part is that it comes for free. And if you have Geo plan, then the limit increases significantly. So I think this is a great platform everybody must try, especially since you guys are students. With that, thanks a lot guys for inviting me. Thank you everybody. Thank you for the leadership team here. Sorry, I'm going to be here for the questions, so feel free to ask questions. Any questions? Yes.
Yeah, one question I would like to ask. So basically, can we call it an extended agentic AI? Because, yeah.
No, agentic AI sir, actually क्या होता है राजेश जी कि अगर आपके पास suppose आपने बोला मैं ऑडिट प्रैक्टिस को एजेंटिक मतलब एआई मतलब आई वांट टू कन्वर्ट दिस इनटू एजेंटिक एआई प्रोसेस. देन सपोज आपका APAR रिकंसिलिएशन है, आपके MIS जनरेशन है, आपकी जो मल्टीपल जो 4-5 चीज़ें मैंने बात की, अगर आप उन सब के लिए एक AI एजेंट्स बना दिया और उनको एक दूसरे से बात करने दी, then that entire process becomes agentic AI.
Okay.
So agentic AI is when you have multiple agents within a particular function working together. Imagine you are running a company right now. You have a solid HR team, you have a marketing team, you have a finance team, you have an internal accounts team, you have all the operations team. Let's say there are agents created for each team and they're also talking to each other. That's when you will say JPNR is now agentic AI. Or our internal business is agentic AI. So that's what, this is not agentic
Okay.
AI.
And
the reason
in
why this is not agentic AI also is that it does not take any self-action.
Okay.
If a AI model takes a self-action,
yeah.
that's when we say it's an AI agent.
Yes. So basically in this, whatever sources we have put in, it will pull the data from that only.
Absolutely.
It will not look into the global database.
No. This
right?
is-
so
that
that
is why-
basically was the question which I was asking.
That is why this becomes a non-hallucinating tool.
Okay. Got it.
Great non-hallucinating tool. सपोज आपका इंटरनल केस फाइल्स हैं, आपने अपलोड कर दिया और उसके ऊपर से कुछ भी क्वेश्चन पूछना आप पूछ सकते हैं. और somebody has great question there, yeah. Mike. Please.
Hello, sir. My name is Vikas, and I have a little knowledge about Gen AI and LL models as well. And I would like to counter that answer that Jayesh sir has asked. The first question about the data storage, right? So I think even when you turn off the data control and chat off, but the data will still be there.
Where?
Because the data will be on dark web as well, but that's a different point. But even the LLM models have, the storage. They have your knowledge. Like, I'll tell you an example. Like, a lot of students today in today's world, like, they ask ChatGPT to make their resume, right? So they, suppose they give the information to ChatGPT that my name is this and I have did, graduation from here and experience and everything. And even when the, data control and everything is turned off, and when you ask again, open the window again for ChatGPT and ask again, like, can you create me a resume for that? Like, what's my name and everything? And it will, give you the same results. So that's my question.
So, what's your name?
विकास
जी, मैंने ना दो चीज़ों के बारे में बात किया जो जैस शेयर से भी बात हो रही थी. एक है डेटा कंट्रोल विच इज़ यूटिलाइज, विच इज़ व्हेन यू एक्सप्लिसिटली डिनाई दैट प्लीज डू नॉट यूज माई डेटा टू ट्रेन योर इंटरनल मॉडल्स. दैट इज नेक्स्ट मॉडल. ओके, what you are talking about is being able to reference the chat history and the internal memory specific to your account, which if you want to disable, then you go to personalization in ChatGPT and you see memory here, you disable. See, right now I have disabled data controls, but I have enabled reference chat history and reference my memories.
So even,
these two things are utilized to give you relevant answer in your follow-up prompts, but these are not utilized to train their internal model legally. So what you said is when you upload a resume, it of course remembers the context of it because you have enabled the chat history, you have enabled the memories.
but
If you want to disable that memory, you switch it off and you go to your manage here in the memory and you will see all the memories that it has created on you. And you can delete all of them if you want.
So, so this thing I know that even when you turn this off, the model remembers.
It does not.
So it does, because when you are logged in with your account, it does remember.
No, it does not. Try it.
Like, I have tried it, sir.
You try it again. It does not. The reason why it does not remember is when you disable reference chat history, it does not refer to your chat history. If you disable memory, it does not refer to your memory.
Okay.
Yeah? And also, to answer one of the initial question that you asked, if somebody uploads their resume, the question is, will somebody else not using my account get to know about what I uploaded? That will not happen if you have switched off the data controls. All right. I think there are some questions, but I will take it offline because I'm sure there are some other plans. Yeah. So, last question you wanted to ask? Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
Sir, I just want to understand one thing. Hello.
Yes.
Sir, I just want to understand one thing. Like, as you said that suppose the AI tool has been upgraded, or the training has been done up till, say, suppose 2025. So if, say, suppose these days we are referring for any legal interpretation or any law, I say, suppose I want to understand
interpretation or case history? Case laws?
Not case laws exactly, the interpretation, or at times we refer to some sections or some, like Companies Act or any other act we refer to. So at times it gives correct answers, at times it refers to some provision which actually do not exist, but it gives reference to that. When we actually check to the BEAR Act, it is not there. So how to rely on those things, and also when it is not updated to a, it has been updated to a certain portion. So how, like
you cannot rely on vanilla ChatGPT.
Okay. So
You cannot.
So how
It'll be wrong.
can we expect it to be more upgraded and have more accurate?
So there are tools available for doing it. Enable web search. Design the prompt that please do not only rely on your memory. Go and do web search. Go to Manupatra. Fetch up the case laws and then help me interpret it. If you would simply say that, hey, what is your interpretation of this case, is going to hallucinate. So, yeah. All right, guys, thanks a lot. I will be here if you guys would have any questions. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for such an incredibly insightful and engaging interaction. We will definitely carry forward the ideas and energies we have gained today.
Now I would like to call upon Ravi Bhaiya for vote of thanks.
Good evening, everyone. On behalf of the JPNR team, I extend our sincere vote of thanks to Mr. Pratik Agarwal for his insightful session on the impact of AI on the future of finance and professional services. Your perspective on AI for workflow automation, risk analysis, fraud detections, and transforming finance functions were truly enlightening. The practical approach you shared, like Notebook LM, will certainly help professionals in this rapidly changing field. We deeply appreciate your time, valuable insight, and inspiring thought. Thank you once again for being part of Urja 4.0 and guiding us towards the future of finance powered by AI. Thank you, sir.